In the bustling heart of Toronto, a YouTuber known as Magnacars embarked on a unique pilgrimage. His mission, to meet a man, Bill Macan, whose devotion to his Porsche 911 was legendary. Magnacars wasn't just chasing a story, he was seeking to understand a phenomenon. Why would someone be so utterly committed to a single automobile? It wasn't about the latest model, or a fleeting trend. It was about an enduring bond, a deep connection that transcends the typical owner-vehicle relationship. Bill's story, like so many others, hints at a truth Porsche owners know intimately: some cars, once experienced, are simply never let go. What is it that truly keeps them coming back? Many might assume Porsche 911 owners are chasing pure speed, or the undeniable status symbol that accompanies the iconic badge, or perhaps even just attention. But the reality, according to countless long-term enthusiasts, is far more profound. It's not about the superficial allure. The real obsession lies deeper, rooted in an emotional connection that develops over years, miles, and shared experiences. It's a relationship built on trust, exhilaration, and an unspoken understanding between driver and machine, making the thought of parting almost unthinkable. Imagine a love story, not with a person, but with a machine. For many Porsche owners, this isn't a metaphor, it's a lived reality. From childhood sweethearts to marriages made in heaven, owners describe falling head over heels for their cars. These aren't transient infatuations, they are deep, abiding relationships forged over decades. Valentine's Day sees many of these enthusiasts sharing their personal sagas, explaining why their Porsches are for keeps. This emotional entanglement is a cornerstone of the ownership experience, often beginning with a dream, evolving into a passion, and solidifying into an unbreakable bond. The moment you experience Porsche handling, something fundamentally shifts. For first-time owners, the revelation can be immediate and profound. One owner, describing their jump from a hydraulic 1M to a Cayman, noted the truly exceptional steering. Another, test driving a Macan S, instantly fell in love, thrilled by the decision to purchase. This isn't just about raw power, it's about the precision, the feedback, the way a Porsche communicates with its driver. It's a visceral, engaging experience that builds confidence and connection, making every journey an event. Once you feel that connection, it sets a new benchmark for what driving can be. At the heart of this enduring passion is the Porsche 911 legacy. It's not merely a car, it's a continuum of automotive evolution, a design icon that has captivated generations. From its early ancestors like the 1958 Porsche 356, famously driven by Charlotte Hachalia Blackwood in Top Gun, the lineage of driver-focused sports cars runs deep. The 911 has continuously refined its formula, balancing performance, usability, and timeless aesthetics. This relentless pursuit of perfection has created a vehicle that is not only thrilling to drive but also holds a significant place in cultural history, becoming synonymous with engineering excellence and aspirational ownership. Even legendary brands face headwinds. Recent reports indicate that Porsche sales are falling, part of a broader trend of declining vehicle production in both the UK and Germany. This macroeconomic pressure, coupled with evolving automotive landscapes, might suggest a loosening of the grip Porsche has on its owners. Yet, within the enthusiast community, the narrative often remains consistent: people refuse to let go. This contrast highlights a fascinating duality. While market forces might impact new sales, the existing owner base often demonstrates an unwavering loyalty, driven by factors that transcend quarterly reports and legislative reviews. The path to Porsche ownership isn't always straight from the factory floor. Many embrace the opportunity to buy pre-owned, demonstrating that the experience itself, not just the new car smell, is the true prize. The decision to buy a pre-owned Porsche Taycan model from a certified dealer, for instance, proved to be an opportunity not to be missed for some. This approach allows more enthusiasts to join the fold, reinforcing the brand's enduring appeal and the longevity of its vehicles. It speaks to the sustained value and desirability of these cars, even after they've had a previous life on the road. Let's be honest, sports cars are expensive, both to acquire and to maintain. A Porsche 911 is no exception. Beyond the initial purchase, the running costs can be significant. Take, for instance, the optional Porsche carbon ceramic brakes, a performance upgrade that can run you an additional $7,047. Is it worth it? For many, this investment isn't seen as an expense, but as a commitment to an unparalleled driving experience. The willingness to invest substantial sums in upgrades and maintenance underscores the deep value owners place on their cars, seeing them as cherished assets rather than mere transportation. The philosophy behind many Porsches, particularly in their Rennsport lineage, prioritizes driving purity over ostentatious luxury. Historically, Porsche outsourced much of the assembly, with coach builders like Reuter handling upholstery and bodywork. There was no hand-stitched leather or excessive padding, seats were often covered in vinyl with cloth or corduroy inserts. This design ethos stripped away unnecessary frills, focusing instead on the mechanical connection, the chassis dynamics, and the raw engagement between driver and road. It's a testament to the idea that true luxury in a Porsche isn't about materials, but about the unparalleled driving sensation. For many, Porsche ownership extends beyond the garage, it's an entry into a vibrant, passionate community. Christopher, for example, drove his 911 throughout college and joined the Porsche Owners Club. Track days and time trials drew him deeper into this shared world. This collective enthusiasm, where members swap stories, offer advice, and share experiences, strengthens the individual bond with the car. It's a place where lifelong friendships are forged, all centered around a shared admiration for Porsche engineering. This sense of belonging reinforces the identity of an owner, making the car not just a possession, but a key to a wider social network. Not all Porsches are kept forever by their first owners, and the GT3 is a prime example of this fascinating paradox. You often find GT3s with multiple previous owners, not because they are flawed, but because people seek to experience it. Enthusiasts might buy a new GT3, drive it for a year or two, and then be offered an allocation for an even newer or better model. This scenario, where they essentially get a free upgrade, leads to a cycle of acquisition and release. While it seems to contradict the never-let-go narrative, it highlights a different kind of Porsche passion, the relentless pursuit of the ultimate driving experience. Another intriguing aspect of Porsche ownership, particularly with high-performance GT cars, is the phenomenon of some owners simply not driving them. Search Porsche Finder, and you'll find 2- or 3-year-old GTS with just a few thousand kilometers or miles on the odometer. Some might consider this tongue-in-cheek, but it hits closer to home than many owners admit. Is it about preserving value, collecting, or perhaps the fear of diminishing the perfection of a factory-fresh machine? This creates a stark contrast to the driving-first ethos, raising questions about the true nature of their ownership. It begs the question, is it truly ownership if it's never driven? Adding another layer of complexity to the ownership narrative, it's widely understood that Porsche, as a manufacturer, implicitly expects owners to change their cars every 2 years. This isn't a mandate, but a common cycle encouraged by new model releases, technology updates, and allocation strategies. For some, this aligns perfectly with their desire to always have the latest and greatest. However, for the true keepers, this expectation is often ignored. Their bond with their current vehicle transcends the allure of the newest iteration, proving that emotional attachment can be a more powerful motivator than manufacturer recommendations. Despite these various pressures, falling sales, the GT3 trade-up cycle, low-mileage collectors, and manufacturer expectations, there remains a steadfast core of owners who refuse to let go of specific Porsche 911 generations. This phenomenon is particularly evident with certain models that have achieved legendary status for their driving dynamics or timeless appeal. For these enthusiasts, the car isn't a temporary toy or an investment to flip, it's an integral part of their identity. The deep connection formed with a particular model becomes an unbreakable bond, defying market logic and the constant churn of new releases. Unlike many high-end luxury sports cars, such as McLarens or Ferraris, Porsches, particularly certain 911 generations, often don't depreciate as hard. This isn't just a financial footnote, it's a testament to their enduring desirability and build quality. For owners who keep their Porsches, this stability adds another layer of comfort, turning their lifelong obsession into an almost practical decision. It reinforces the idea that owning a Porsche isn't just a fleeting indulgence, it's an investment, not just in monetary terms, but in sustained joy, performance, and a connection that retains its value over time, often outperforming its peers. While the 911 became an enduring icon, Porsche's history isn't without its detours. The Porsche 928, for instance, represented a notable parallel with certain other Grand Tourers, a departure from the traditional rear-engine philosophy. Although beloved by some, it never quite achieved the same universal, unwavering loyalty as the 911. This particular model, before its time in some respects, serves as a subtle reminder that even within the Porsche stable, the emotional connection isn't uniformly distributed. The 911's unique characteristics foster a bond that few other cars, even its own siblings, can replicate. Ultimately, the question of why Porsche owners never let go isn't purely economic, nor is it simply about horsepower figures. It's about an intricate tapestry of factors that weave together to form an emotional connection. It's the thrill of the drive, the legacy of an icon, the camaraderie of a community, and the personal stories etched into every mile. The true value isn't found in a spec sheet or a resale appraisal, it's in the intangible sense of belonging, the consistent joy, and the reliable companionship these machines offer. It's the understanding that some things are simply irreplaceable. What starts as a desire for a powerful, well-engineered car often blossoms into a lifelong obsession. People think Porsche 911 owners are chasing speed, or status, or attention. But that's not what keeps them coming back. Not even close. It's the unique blend of performance, heritage, design, and that unparalleled driving feel that creates an unbreakable bond. It's a machine that demands engagement, rewards skill, and creates memories that last a lifetime. This is the real obsession, the magnetic pull that ensures a Porsche, once welcomed into a driver's life, very rarely leaves it. It's a love affair for the ages.